Hey, what's up, lads? I decided to just do this in the stark of fucking night, apparently. Yeah, this is actually kind of just on the spur of the moment, mainly because recent events came into fruition. Um, so what basically happened is, so I think we should probably start from the beginning, actually. So SGDQ, if you don't know, is a speedrunning event that is done yearly, usually during the summer. It is one of two official runs by Games Done Quick. One is in the summer, one's in early January. But this one in particular was from. But this one in particular was supposed to be a little special. This year they were going to be bringing back Metal Gear Rising Revengeance to SGDQ, which has not happened since 2014. This is big fucking news. Like two people, like not only did two people this year try to submit a run for Metal Gear Rising, but one of them actually got admitted. That is big fucking news. So imagine everyone's surprise when today his submission was taken down by the GDQ YouTube channel due to him having a spliced run on a live event. A spliced run in typical form is not allowed on live events. It is practically cheating on a live event and is not allowed. It has never been allowed. As an act of this, he was banned from GDQ this year. But generally speaking, this is a real big fucking embarrassment for the community right now. I think the one thing that I particularly am very mad about isn't really that it happened, but the fact that he thinks that he didn't do anything wrong for doing it. So he did comment about his run being removed on Reddit on r/speedrun. Oh my god! So I saw the fucking comment. He basically said, in general, you've missed the idea of the speech at the end. Instead of going he cheated route, which has no meaning as the run was never intended to be on the leaderboards and at least one person knew what I was doing one, I advise you to think a little bit out of the box and try to connect to the dots to see if the speech will have more meaning to it. Now, hold the fuck up there, Chief. You basically said, oh, someone knew about this. Okay, yeah, but people are supposed to know about the fucking run that they're supposed to be watching. You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna play Metal Gear Rising and then fucking play DMC4. That's not allowed. They're not going to do that. The fact that you cheated people out of a legitimate run just so you can like showcase and give a fucking soapbox speech about God knows what, it really just goes to show you had no intention of actually making a legitimate run and just wanted to make a complete ass of yourself. One of the commenters about his entire like account being banned from GDQ is that they don't particularly know what the problem is. It's a charity event. The goal is to raise money and showcase speedruns. It's not some competition to see you new world records. It's just entertaining and it's just your part for raising money. Now, the answer to that, in short, has got to be going down to integrity. You can't just cheat in a fucking run on an official GDQ speedrun. It completely hurts the integrity. If one cheated run gets allowed, how many more are just going to be allowed? It's going to be a bad precedent for the community. You can't just let any Joe Schmo just submit a run and cheat, and then it completely devalues everyone else's speedruns. And if the runs are fake, less people are going to be wanting to tune into the speedrun, and that means less people wanting to watch means less money to the charity, and that is going to kill it. That's why it all comes down to integrity. So the fact that he cheated and thinks that he didn't do anything shows that his values had literally nothing to do with what was going on at SGDQ. The fact that he was chosen, given this opportunity to showcase Metal Gear Rising for the first time since 2014, and then just drop the ball so fucking hard the game's probably not going to be run anymore. It just. Okay, let me I want to show you something. I've been speedrunning for about 2 months now. Every other month I've been doing a submission, and I've been trying as hard as possible to improve my time. I've been trying as hard as possible to turn a 1 hour and 30-minute run into a sub 1 hour. It's hard. It's incredibly fucking hard because it's the hardest difficulty. If you fuck up, you're going to lose several minutes of time. It makes it a lot harder to warrant trying to continue speedrunning this game when the people who are running the fucking show around here, like the big boys in fucking town, are just going to be cheating on the fucking thing just so they can get on a soapbox. Why should I fucking give a shit about my runs if they're just going to let a bunch of cheaters run on my game? Like, you hurt a lot of people by making this decision to just do it. You hurt people who wanted to run remotely. Like, only a select few were allowed remotely, and the first chance that you got, someone cheated. So now no one's going to be able to run remotely. So yeah, I want to congratulate you for making it a lot harder for people who want to run, who don't have the time or money to be going out to get runs out there. I want to thank you for that. I also want to thank you for making it a lot harder to submit a run for Metal Gear Rising. One other thing that he also mentioned is that his run was, he said that he was going to do this a month ahead of time. So I have to ask, really? Did you actually say that? I'm actually probably going to call bullshit on that, mainly because, one, if you were actually going to do it a month ahead of time, one, they don't allow that. They don't allow splicing on fucking speedruns. They've never done that. Two, how comes nobody knew about how this was... How comes nobody in the public knew about this until after you ran and after this controversy started? It just seems to me that you were just trying to lie about it. It seems to me like you were just trying to make shit up just so you can have an excuse to say, oh, it's not my fault. I let them know well ahead of time. It's not like, oh, guys, or what do you mean? Why are you guys trying to ban me? It's not my fault. I told you guys a month ago. I mean, I sent you on fucking snail mail, but, like, yeah, what did you fucking expect? Like, the fucking commentators didn't even know any idea that this was actually going to happen. And this was actually a big fucking year for Metal Gear speedruns. This was a huge year for Metal Gear speedrunning. Like, a bunch of runs were out there. There was Metal Gear 1, there was a bunch of other Metal Gear games. Like, Metal Gear Rising was supposed to be the big fucking bad game out there. They delayed it. It was supposed to come out at 5. It didn't come out until 8. They did a completely different fucking run. Like, like the remote commentary, it was, like, really good. I really loved it. That was really fucking impressive. It just completely ruins the fact that, one, you weren't supposed to run it in the first place, and two, you cheated on it. So now everyone just has a completely fucking skewed perception of what possibly can be done here. Like, goddamn. Like, I spent 2 months of my fucking life trying to improve myself for my run, and then you just completely fucking shit the bed and ruin it for everyone. Let's talk about some of the speedrunning Discord people. So he's one of the people that helped me out in my submissions. Well, not particularly submissions, but like help in some particular parts of the speedrun. Basically, if I had a problem, basically the entire thing with the Metal Gear Speedrun Discord is if you had a problem, you could ask and then they'd be able to answer because they knew it a lot more than you did. And they were sometimes pretty helpful. They gave you pretty good advice, except for a couple people. Some of them were kind of pricks about it. One person in particular, I didn't realize it at the time, but that was Mekazarium, and some of the stuff that he said was kind of really douchebaggy. Like, I asked a question about a factory skip in R01, which is an incredibly hard skip that has a massive amount of risk, but a large amount of reward for it, where it saves you several minutes of time. He basically advised me that I am not ready for it, that I am not good enough to do this kind of stuff. I'm not, like, who are you to fucking judge about, who the fuck do you think you are to be judging whether or not I'm ready for something? If I wanted to do something, I am gonna fucking do it. And if I don't know how to do it, I would have asked you. Because I'm not gonna ask you, how do I fucking jump in Metal Gear Rising, you know? Like, if I had because I had a genuine question and you were kind of a jackass about it. And the worst part is, I couldn't call you out for it because guess what would happen if I did? Then nobody would have helped me. Then I would have basically been a fish out of water and unable to improve myself because you were a complete prick and I called you out for it. Then nobody would fucking help me out. And I know that talking about this is probably gonna get me in some fucking hot water in the community, but I don't give a shit. I'm actually very mad about this, and mainly because, if you don't know, there was 2 runners that ran SGDQ this year. And one of them was Mekazarium. That was the guy who ran. The other guy, his name was Chris Citrick. So, yeah, he dropped the ball pretty fucking hard. And during like the whole time that this entire thing happened, like I actually did do a run that very day that the run was supposed to happen, and I reached a massive milestone in my entire like speedrunning career. I reached a 117 on my run. It was quite possibly the biggest moment I've ever had in my entire run life. And knowing that that means literally jack shit now, just, it feels bittersweet. I'll probably, like, give a little follow-up or an actual fucking talk. I'll actually talk about this in greater detail. I'm just kind of mad. I just need a little bit of more time and information about this kind of thing, but I think we've already got all the information we need. I just probably need an actual script about this kind of stuff. I'm tired. I'm angry. I've got an 8-hour fucking shift tomorrow. I was probably going to speedrun tomorrow, but whatever. So I think I'll see you guys later then.